Hello everybody, my name is Pravus and welcome back to more Hearts of Iron 4, The Lord of the Rings. Playing as Mordor, still ramping up in our power. Not a lot to do in the meantime while we kind of wait for the ring to gradually make its way through Lothlorien. I have no idea where it is right now. We actually can check. Do they have a national spirit for it? Sexual endurance, limited interventionalism, blah blah blah. It doesn't say the ring. What about Rivendell? So I've lost track of the ring, is what I'm hearing here. Is it in the Shire still? Whoa, wait a minute. I'm sorry, hold the phone. The Hobbits went fascist? They're the Confederacy of Sheriffs. Oh, that is funny. They've got very strong fascist support. Okay, no, yeah, great. All right, that's great. That's absolutely hilarious. Wow, okay. Fascist Hobbits. I love it. The beating heart is done. We are now going to work on Centralized Militarization. I want to get that research slot since we have at least 2 years before I have to worry about intercepting Frodo in the Dead Marshes, which I already do control. So we might as well just enjoy a little bit of extra research speed and stuff like that. Once I've got the research, I think we start trying to reach out to like Angmar and stuff and start building up our alliance network more than anything. Not that I trust the AI exactly, but it sure looks like the Easterlands have a fair number of troops, and so do the Haradrim down here to the south. Building up all of these guys as one big united faction ready to go and fight against Gondor and Rohan, I think would be pretty beneficial. So I think we'll do that. Beyond that, though, I don't really know. Reaching out to Angmar won't do me a lot of good. I don't really understand what this is supposed to do. Seek allies, but they won't join your faction? I mean, really, how good is that exactly? What's going on in Angmar? They are fascists. They're led by Danfield. Okay. Fascist support and a reign of terror. Interesting. Yeah, we might be able to get these guys under our control in some way. Some allies in the west that can kind of screw with Lindon and the other kingdoms over here, while I take the brunt of the fight against the Kingdom of Men. That might be our strategy. There's Centralized Militarization. Next comes the research slot. I suppose we should become the Spy Master. As we build out our faction, we will be getting more and more spies. Nothing right now is going to come out of that, but eventually, yes. And a cipher for the Kingdom of Gondor is done. Let's start working on a cipher for the Kingdom of Rohan as well, just so I have both ready in the events that we need a really big push in another war. And here comes that extra research slot. Thank you very much. What does that lead to down at the bottom, by the way? Ooh, eventually a rocketry expert and another slot. We can start working toward nuclear tech. Gonna be a while, though. We'd have to work down our military efforts and find, like, orc strategists, etc., etc. Another 500,000 manpower there. Armored units, armored technology, all of which pretty tempting. Okay, so let's go for enslaving the East with the Eastlands. We might as well get them under control, and I am going to improve relations with these guys just in case. That makes a difference. Hello, Baelor. You know, it was always fun to me when I was a kid watching in the Two Towers when they're actually exploring the area around the marshes and they get down to the Black Gate, right? And some of the Easterlings actually come over to examine like the sign of falling rocks and stuff, and they almost catch them, blah, blah, blah. You already know what this is. Obviously, a couple of women in armor there, but they only had so many people with armor and stuff. They didn't have a ton of men, so there's clearly a lot of female doubles that are taking up the army in that, which I think is interesting. Unless the Easterlings are just cool with gender equality in their military. Like, that might be the case. I don't know. Maybe? Okay, it looks like we are finally ready to start training up some of these 20-width light divisions. So let's go ahead and fix up that template and start training. I want tankage. Alright, so let's find out if the Easterlings are going to submit to the will of Sauron. And Rune has agreed to serve our needs unconditionally. Excellent, we get another puppet. Boom! Rune! And let's go ahead and do the same thing with enslavement of the South. Rune declares for Sauron. The past few years have seen a rise in black speech rhetoric from the political leaders of Rune. Reportedly, the Runians' enthusiastic approval of Mordor policies have led to an alliance between the nations. Kamul, an important Mordor personality and native to the realms of Rune, was appointed its leader. I'm sorry, I thought you were already the leaders of the Hunters of the Marshes. You are the leaders of both. Oh, okay. Do I need to be concerned about giving him too much of a power base? Really hope not. How strong are you, by the way? You got a pretty good number of factories. Not the worst, and you got 27 divisions. Okay, this one was actually a pretty useful ally. We can hire another spy, and guess what? Every single one of them is seductive in some way or another. Alrighty then. Enedwaith yields to Saruman, the Imperial Enedwaith. Okay, a lot of pro-Isengard support has been seen from the Enedwaith tribes over the recent months, but what no political analyst could predict is that with a recent military coup on Central Enedwaith government, a group of militiamen have taken control of Enedwaith and sworn their loyalty to Saruman, the Wildlings, or the Wildmen. Leader of Council Wizards, Saruman has welcomed their service and promised glory and wealth in return. Okay, good, so he is building up his own side of the faction. We have captured a Gondorian operative. Nice, nice. Should be able to torture some information right out of that guy. Thank you for the extra construction tech. Let's move on to... can't do any of that there. We'll go for some more production efficiency. Boom, boom, boom. And are the Haradrim going to submit with their Oliphants? They submit hesitantly. They have agreed to serve our needs, but a large consensus condemned this move, which might lead to an uprising. Okay, this is different. 70% chance their politics will have fascism in charge. 30% chance it becomes the ruler, but they also have an event called the Haradrim Object to Sauron's Rule. Okay. Well, Haradwaith appears to be allied to me, but not a vassal of me. Okay, and here, by the way, is the Mouth of Sauron, who is in charge of the Haradwaith. Okay, they stand with Mordor. Over the past years, many political commentators have noted the pro-Sauron rhetoric originating from the realms of Harad, Pelardur, Umbar, and Khand. In a public statement issued by Haradwaith's new political leader, the nation declared itself a close ally to Mordor and blithe servant of Morgoth's legacy. Okay, well, would have been nicer to have a vassal I could have annexed, but you know what? We'll work with this. We'll work with this. This seems alright. I think next we'll try reaching out to Angmar just in the off chance something great happens with that, though I kind of don't think that it will. I do think, because these guys didn't vassalize to me, that I missed out on an opportunity here to strengthen, which is misspelled, the southern border. Has to be a puppet of Mordor. Yeah, this isn't a puppet, therefore we're not going to be able to do anything with this. Alright, well, too bad. These guys apparently can build up some nice ships, so I wonder if they're going to be like the Sea Corsairs that can send some boats up to Gondor. By the way, notice that all of the ocean tiles look like jigsaw pieces. Or something. A little weird, right? We should try actually making use of some of our collaboration government and such against Gondor. I think we might as well do that. We've already got 100% network and stuff. Let's go ahead and spend some equipment. 11 factories over 60 days kind of hurts. But yeah, we're going to try to do this and see if we can't indeed build up a collaboration government in Gondor with the intention of properly subjugating them when we do go to war. We are reaching out to Angmar. I don't think that accomplishes absolutely anything for me, though. Fate of Minas Morgul, we could properly integrate them. We get a core, which apparently we didn't have before. If I were to grant them autonomy and make them into a puppet, that could be kind of fun. Ringbearer, division attack 10%. Interesting. I'm not really sure why I would do this, though. Why liberate Minas Morgul? Ever. That kind of escapes me a tiny bit, I'm not gonna lie. Well, let's instead go for the military effort, because army experience is still needed, and I should start working our way down that route. Wouldn't mind start working toward the next research slot, but in just a few short months, we will be able to try and intercept Frodo in the ring in the Marshes. So, yeah, let's get ready for that. Okay, the collaboration government effort is starting in about 90 days. If it's successful, we will actually have some initial compliance when we inevitably start conquering Gondor. Okay, cool. I just saw Isengard grow a little bit more, and at the expense of the Kingdom of Rohan. This little state right here just went under their control. So it looks like they took the fords of Isen. They have crossed the fords and have taken the land for themselves. Okay, so far that actually kind of fits with the story and what we would expect. Well, this is funny. Dawn of the First Hobbit Empire. Hobbit authorities have passed a new constitution declaring the Shire as the first ever Hobbit Empire. The text was passed by the National Hobbit Assembly by 73 votes out of 80 and is widely considered a historic milestone. Analysts say the declaration was induced by recent tensions between the Shire and their former overseers in Arthedain. This constitution is one of consensus. We hobbits will never be looked down upon again, which is hilarious because you will always be looked down upon. Were the words given by the Assembly Speaker, Lotho Sackville Baggins, now adopting the title of Hobbit Emperor. Oh, that's stupid, but funny. Alright, we've now got some upgrades for our infantry equipment. Now we have crude steel swords. I've also got 10 tank divisions on the way with a load of soft attack to break through the meager Gondorian lines. Beyond that, oh boy, what else do we really want? I guess we can keep working on upgrading some of our companies and stuff. How's your supply looking right now? Apparently in Minas Morgul, it's no issue at all right now. We are completely A-okay on supply, so maybe we don't need to worry about logistics companies yet. I'll work on them anyway, but it doesn't seem like it actually is necessary. We got time for one, maybe two more of these before we have to move on. Establishing control. Giving them more political power, I don't see how this is really beneficial. I mean, maybe it is. Minimize death toll, division training time goes up, stability, division defense, and reinforce rate, all of which are pretty good. We could also go for a mechanization modifier, so we have 2 times half-year ahead-of-time penalty reduction for light tanks. Orc strategists. This is going to take a long time. But some research bonuses for doctrines are pretty good. Is this in any way necessary? What about rallying the troops? Wait a minute. Oh. Wait. Yeah, no, if I can do all 3 of these, then we actually can go for rallying cry and start working to war. Oh, yeah, let's do this. Okay, we just finished with our prepare collaboration government. Looks like it worked. We got 40% extra collaboration with Gondor, so once we start taking it, we're going to have no issues, really, when it comes to rebels and stuff. Pretty quick, actually. That was really quite good. Can we do that again? Because that was amazing. I am training up 2 entire new armies of 24 divisions that we can put under Nazgul control, just so we can ensure that when the time does come to go against Gondor, which I'm hoping will be relatively soon, we will be able to absolutely smash them. I don't know if that's going to affect my ability to discover the ring at all, but here's the thing, even if the ring gets cast into Mount Doom and Sauron, you know, dies or something like that, I mean, if Gondor's already collapsed, then really are we that worried about it? I mean, we probably should be, but I'm not that worried about it. I think it'll be fine. Isengard declares war on the Kingdom of Rohan. It has begun. Okay, so they're off doing their thing and having fun. Still not willing to join my faction, unfortunately. I can try to top off some relations with you, but I am pretty confident that will only get me another, like, 3 or 4 reasons. Yeah, for some reason, I don't know. Building relations with Isengard seems kind of inconsequential, to be completely honest with you. We could try to jump in on a war against Rohan. We have some troops in position over here. If we had the national focus ready to go with control of the south. That said, we have 4 months until we need to intercept the ring. Kind of funny that we know exactly when that's going to happen, by the way. So we can go for rallying the troop. This gets me supply consumption reduction, division attack, and reinforce rate for 250 days. So when we do this, we want to be able to go to war pretty much right away. The unfortunate thing is it's going to take 70 days. So we'll do this. Then we'll do this. 70 days will be wasted before we even go to war. And then we can do this. Okay, well, I mean, it's still, I think, the best choice, so we're going to go for rally the troops, but we're going to get a little bit lost out of that. Can I just fight a war goal quickly against you? 215 days is too long. It'd be faster to just wait until the national focuses give us a war goal effort. And even then, by the way, apparently it's a puppet effort, which is, weird. I did send an attaché over to Isengard to find out what's going on over here. Looks like they're having a harder time pushing than I would have thought.
Fresh blood.
Gosh dang it. What was that? Okay, anyway, yes. So, it looks like they're having a harder time than I would have thought. Rohan actually has a pretty good number of troops. Are these super heavy tanks in the Entwood? Oh my god. Well, there's a scary thought. We might actually see Fangorn Forest wake up and start attacking them at some point. Let's go for the operational concentration. That's certainly going to be quite good for me. Only a couple of days left to go here for the artillery upgrade. We can do that next. Very good. And then beyond that, let's go get some research speed. So, yeah, so we're rallying the troops. So, in order to click the button, it has to be before the... So here's my question. If we don't get this immediately, and I mean like immediately, and we wait a little while, between May and November, we've got a bit of time, right? So I could rally the troops and declare my own war against Gondor. We can't fight Rohan. That's not going to give us a free war goal. But we can go for Gondor. And then, by the time this is done, we can then pick up the Intercept the Ring of the Dead Marshes. And that should still be within the time frame. It will complete before November 1st. That's the thing, is I don't know if we just have to pick it up before November 1st or if it has to be complete before November 1st. Otherwise, it all falls apart. I would assume we have to have it complete by November 1st. I could be wrong on that point, though. Let's go and get HoI4 over here. That should be fine. And we'll set up a quick defensive border against, I don't know. Let's go for the Kingdom of... Wait a minute. Oh, wait, let's go over here. There we go. Much better. Okay, yes, let's go ahead and set these guys up on this side of the mountain so we can go and attack. Okay, we have rallied the troops. Let's go for war with Gondor. And he is a part of a faction currently led, by the way, by Boromir. They did something here and got rid of Denethor. So Boromir is alive and in charge. Actually, we never got a pop-up about the Fellowship setting out, did we? No, we never did. So I have no idea who is actually a member of the Fellowship of the Ring. A weak fellowship would be easy for me to break. Boromir never joined, apparently, because he's now ruling Gondor. So, there we go. Invite Aragorn into Minas Tirith. Oh! Okay. Does that mean that Aragorn didn't join the Fellowship either? Because if so, I would think that intercepting Frodo should be pretty darn easy. I've been wrong before, but that would be what I would assume. Okay, we've got another new army. We will go for, I guess, I like the idea of going for the engineer. Let's grab Dwar as our next general, and we'll send you down over here as well, and we'll set up to do a kind of a cross attack toward Minas Tirith. That way, using the Harad as our extra little guinea pigs to kind of give us an extra edge. All of you guys are going to be getting assigned over here. So that's quite a few troops that we are going to have ready to go. Just a few more that need to finish up, and then boom. It's going to be 5 whole armies. So I'm going to have somewhere on the order of like 140 troops versus what again? Somewhere between 19 and 70 is what I'm hearing. 19 and 70, apparently. Okay, well, I mean, in 20 days, we're going to have more collaboration government ready to go. You'll be at 80%. The people of Gondor will be practically begging for me to take over, is what I'm getting out of this. War with Gondor is in 30 days. Entwood declared war on Isengard. Oh, Sauron, I really hope... sorry, Saruman. I hope you were ready for this possibility, because it doesn't seem like you were. I'm a little concerned about this one, to be honest. Rohan and Entwood might be able to beat Isengard, and because he didn't let me get him into a faction, though he now would like to, now he wants to. Oh, well, that's fun. He's in the Dark Pact. Wait, you're in the Dark Pact. I never sent you an invite. The Ents go to war. The trees of the Entwood have issued a rather lengthy war declaration against the realm of Isengard. Reportedly convinced by 2 hobbits, Treebeard gathered his kin and commenced an all-out assault on Orthanc. Isengard representatives claim the Ents are clearly overreacting to what they claim is just a little firewood gathering. All journalists have fallen asleep while talking to Ent representatives, so their stance on the issue is currently unknown. Okay, so all of a sudden we may now actually be in a position where I'm going to have to fight Gondor and Rohan and the Entwood almost single-handedly, because I kind of have suspicions that Isengard's not prepared. They didn't even manage to grab Helm's Deep or even get to Helm's Deep before this all fired. So that's not looking absolutely great for them right now, not going to lie. We need a lot more factories here for this, by the way, because I think we need to start flooding the board with more and more units. That's really what it comes down to. Need a flood with some extra units. The war with Gondor will begin in 25 days. We've got some units over here ready to defend along the river, just in case we do end up getting attacked by Rohan. We'll keep them out of the way. If we can blitz Gondor fast and prevent them from being a major war participant, then we can go and save Isengard. Though, quite frankly, at this point, I might be willing to just let Isengard die. Saruman, you know, it was I can do this all on my own. Until things got bad, and then he's like, save me, save me. What a little weenie wizard. A little weenie wizard. All right. Division recovery rate or division defense? Defense generally is what I would say is better here. I'm going to go for the recovery rate, though, because I am going to be going for a blitz. And faster recovery does... Ooh, one of our agents was killed in Gondor. We did finish with the collaboration government. It increased by 20%, but we lost an agent. Okay. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, right. Because I'm doing a blitz, I do think it would make sense for me to have recovery just so I can have my units moving faster. So the Andor men just attacked the Empire of the Hobbits. That's fun. So Lotho Sackville Baggins, you are in for a bit of a rough surprise there. The men, I'm going to guess, are superior. Though, you know, that's another one funny thing, is, like, I think people forget about this, but in the Lord of the Rings books, you can actually turn this off and get them ready to go fight. In the Lord of the Rings books, there was a lengthy section after the destruction of the ring and Aragorn is established as the King of Gondor, of, like, dealing with Sharky, which is Saruman having infiltrated the hobbits and stuff like that. He didn't die like he does in the movie. He's infiltrating and corrupting the Shire so that when they come home, they still have problems to deal with. I think it was a good choice for Peter Jackson to remove that, because it was a little lengthy, but there you go. Okay, so the war with Gondor is now ready. We have our focus. We can go to war with Dale as well, or Erebor. However, we need to intercept the ring in the Dead Marshes now, so let's try for this. In the meantime, let's declare war on Boromir. I'm going to call in all of my allies. And we've called in Rune, we've called in our vassals, blah, 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 blah. Where's Orange? All right, you guys are sitting up here. That's fine. Okay, go, 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 and go. And let's see what we can do here. I'm seeing a fair bit of green to start us off. The tanks are leading the charge very effectively, I would think. Okay, there we go. And we've got some pretty good units, and military police are just now available. Perfect timing since we are going to war. Let's see. We want probably upgrades for helmets, since apparently we've developed armor before we developed helmets. That's a thing. Let's go for the Wolf Riders, and we'll just go ahead and toss on military police. We can use them for garrisons. Not that I expect it to matter too much. We should be able to blitz hard to Minas Tirith right now. I don't see why not. Where'd you come from? You're just an extra guy sitting around. All right, you go there. I don't really care. Yeah, he's got nothing defending the area. We can just get into Osgiliath, and that's it. Isengard declares, or brings an Imperial Enedwyth into the war against Gondor. They're still holding their lines. When Gondor falls, though, that's going to leave this front completely exposed, so Isengard can redeploy against the Ents. Apparently, by the way, I have not been called in on these wars at all, so he's a part of my faction, but I'm not fighting Rohan. Which is fine, because I don't really want to fight Rohan right now. Can some of you guys actually turn around and go this way, then? We're going to have a few of you guys sort of encircle around, like this, Osgiliath. Yeah, let's surround Osgiliath around the river, because it's going to be a little hard to attack into that. We'll do some reinforcements that way. You guys will head over here. Okay, so they're all doing their thing from the east. We are pushing in from the south, and it looks like we are making some ground. He didn't have a lot of defenses in this area. Expeditionary forces from Rune, you should be joining my wars. You're already in the war, though, I thought. Okay, you can send me 14 more divisions if you want. I'll happily field them. There they are. Thank you. Okay, cool. Let's grab all you. Thank you. And we'll add to this, and I don't know. Let's just have these guys sit in this approximate area as well until I know that I need them for something else. Sure, seems great. Okay, starting to lose a little bit of gas, but my tanks are indeed making their push. If you guys can now just get around down this way and get around Osgiliath, that should make it a lot easier, though it looks to me like we're making pretty good pushes over here anyway. You guys go ahead and attack over this direction. Crossing the river is the hard part. If we can cross the river, we've got these guys. Alright, so that's done. Kingdom of Rohan has joined the Gondor Alliance, which means we are about to fight them. Call to arms from Isengard. Here we go. Alright, now we are fighting Rohan. So, Orange, hi. This is a great time to just get across rivers. Why can't you? Wait, these are not... Oh, these aren't straits. Oh. What is all this? Wait, so we can't get here, is what I'm hearing. Oh. I kind of figured there was going to be some way of crossing the river. With the mountains being where they are, it's literally impossible for us to engage each other. I thought these were straight crossings. Okay, well, I'm an idiot. Clearly should not have had my units over here. Should have sent you guys to go and join the fun in this direction. Aha! Let's go and add more troops to fight against Gondor. I guess? Yay! Alright, I'm watching some units getting closer and closer toward Minas Tirith. We are getting pushed a little bit right along here. Don't appreciate that. How's the air superiority? Doing pretty good in this vicinity, but now we need to move forward up into this. I can't get air superiority as well because my range is terrible. Okay, new priority. Let's see if we can't build... That's going to be too far away, I'm pretty sure. Let's try to build up an air base in this general vicinity and see if we can't get closer range toward Gondor. Join some wars, yes, yes, by all means, do that. We're getting really close to Minas Tirith. Osgiliath is still holding tight. We're almost surrounding. They got some really good forts. That's part of why they're holding out as well as they are. But we are about to get the surround. Very, very close. These tanks are doing a great job in constantly hammering these guys down. And in the meantime, if these guys lose this fight over here, it doesn't matter. We're just going to push up to Minas Tirith and you're going to die. All right, so we're getting there. We're getting there. Some of you guys need to stay behind and kind of make sure that these guys don't sneak up behind us, which is what you are currently doing. Come on, making progress. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to push rapidly. These guys have no organization. Lend-Lease. Sure, by all means, send me some infantry equipment. We are apparently a little on the low side. A replacement operative. You look familiar. I'll take you, though. That should be fine. You are going to do some spying in Rohan. You are also going to do some spying in Rohan. Let's build up a spy network and see what we can do. As far as our occupied territories, we should see that we do have 0% compliance. But we have collaboration up to 60%. So when these guys are done, we should have really good compliance, and actually their surrender threshold has been reduced rather significantly as well. So that's helpful. Osgiliath has fallen. Okay, now you guys all push up toward Minas Tirith. However possible, how are the tanks doing? They have pretty good breakthrough that is punching through the defense, though not by a whole lot. We're having some supply issues, apparently, and that's not making my life any easier, but the faster we end this war, the better. I mean, Minas Tirith is about to fall. It looks like we are marching right on in there. There we go. Minas Tirith has fallen. Okay, and now we do what? How much longer until you have gone away? Gondor is now 95% of the way towards capitulation, so the only thing to do at this point is to get up to Edelond as fast as possible. Otherwise, just attack hard. I'm going to tell all of you guys to be aggressive, because I think we can afford to do it. So everyone's set to aggressive at the moment. Let's put another Nazgul in charge. How about you? You'll do fine, I guess. There we go. Flood this area with units. These guys aren't even making their way over here because they can't, but that's fine. So we're going to flood the area. We're going to get as much territory as possible and just try to get Gondor out. If we can get Gondor out of here, I'm going to feel really good about our current position. I do, however, think that this is a good place to end this video. So, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.
All right, let's go ahead and do it.